Hello and welcome to Breaking News with E&A, the news of yesterday and the laughs of today. I'm your host, Andy Weigel, and with me, but also not with me, is my soon-to-be co-host, Erica Kinnard. Unfortunately, our co-host Erica is, well, let's face it, she's up to her neck in classes and homework and, well, I don't know, a lot of other things that involve life. So she'll be joining us in fall, which is, well, right around the corner if you actually think about it. And hopefully we'll still be up and running at that point. Today, we're listening on April 15th of 2019. Hard to believe it's 2019 already. Seems like the years are just going straight through and by. Very unfortunate. But hey, such is life. C'est la vie. A phrase I like to use very often. I don't know what it means. Saw it on a cartoon one time. But it kind of means, oh well, or or I really don't know what it means. But it sounds cool. And that's all that really matters. My name's Andy Weigel, if you haven't captured that already. And right now I'm a student at UW Green Bay. And decided to kind of do this, well, hey, I need something fun. And apparently I have a good radio voice. And I was playing cards with some friends one day, and they're like, hey, Andy, you should start a podcast, or be on radio. Which a podcast is sort of like radio, but it's also not radio. It's not live radio. In the future, we're hoping to have some guests, maybe some music, live music, already re-recorded music, who knows. But we'll have some more interesting things. If you're an active listener, and I hope that you are, I want to thank you for listening right now. This has probably been a big pain in your ear at this point. You're probably thinking, this guy goes on forever. He never shuts up. Well, that's what a podcast is. You just talk about many different things. But on the show, we're going to have some news. There'll be different headlines. We'll go into depth about some of the news items. We'll have funny news headlines. We'll have normal news headlines. Scary, sketchy, hilarious, make you cry, make you fart. Who knows? You could laugh so hard that just gas comes right out of you. That would be hilarious, actually. I would want to see that happen. But we're also going to go through the weather outlook for the Green Bay area. Now, if you're also a listener from another city, and you would like your weather announced to you every other week or so, well, we'll have a Facebook page pretty soon, and we'll have you comment on that. We'll have a new segment called the eBay Exchange. So we'll find something on eBay that is either weird, funny, interesting, cool. You name it, it'll be it. But unfortunately, it'll only be one item. And we'll mention what that is later in the show here. And then, to bring us to a close, we'll have the corny joke of the week, which will be, it'll make you groan. But you know what? You can be Comedy Hour and tell your friends. So on to the news here. Headlining, Bill Weld officially announces he is challenging Trump for the GOP nomination in 2020. Well, this will be interesting. A Republican challenging a Republican. Hopefully they'll make it to the primaries, and, well, yeah. That'll be a very exciting race to watch. Former governor against a current president. Who outranks who? Also, Bernie's in the news today. Bernie Sanders releases 10 years of tax returns showing how his 2016 presidential run vaulted him into wealth. Well, this sounds very interesting. Offered by CNN, he released a decade of tax returns providing new insight how Democratic Socialist senator from Vermont became a millionaire between his two presidential runs. And that's pretty interesting, I guess. But Sanders and his wife Jane, their bottom line jumped from $240,622 in 2015 to, get this, $1,073,333 a year. That is a lot of money. A lot of us listening here really wish we could be making over about $1 million a year. And I tell you, that'd be pretty nice. But we'll go on doing whatever we do. United Airlines is in the news again. They canceled all 737 MAX flights through early July. United Airlines has extended cancellations of the Boeing 737 MAX through early July following similar moves by other major airlines coping with the jet's prolonged grounding. United has previously canceled all 737 MAX flights through June 5th. So if you are flying United anywhere, wherever it may be, just so you know, there's an update for that. A few other airlines that did the same have been American Airlines. They will cancel all MAX flights through August 19th. Southwest Airlines removed MaxJet from its schedule through August 5th. And United, we all know, has canceled through June 5th. So some interesting things over here in the, we'll say, boring news. Unfortunately, there's some news in Paris where there's obviously a lot of news. Eiffel Tower news. But now we're going to go to the movies. Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris catches fire, which is very unfortunate. Right now, they don't really know what caused the fire. Chances are it was an accident, because in all reality, who would want to burn down a cathedral? That is very sad. Very sad. They're currently putting it out, and hopefully it'll be out very soon. They were able to save all of the, or well, at least most of the artifacts and statues and things that mean a lot. But it would be nice to see that rebuilt. I'd support that 100%. And I'd assume many listeners would too, as it's a, well, large part of history. And a few movies have been in there. Hunchback of Notre Dame by Disney. And a lot of other movies that I don't know. Well, we're going to move on now to the funny news headlines, which, let's face it, we all love some comic news headlines. Here we go. Man sues parents for destroying his huge pornography collection. He says his stash included valuable out-of-print films, but his dad insists he did him a big favor by binning it all. A U.S. man sues his parents after they destroyed his massive pornography collection, which he claims was worth $29,000, or 22,139 pounds if you are British or European. His parents admit to dumping 12 boxes of films and magazines, which included titles such as Frisky Business and Big Bad Grannies. Big Bad Grannies just sounds like a terrible little kid movie. Or, God, I don't know. Well, we all know this man is single because he's a 40-year-old from Indiana who finally moved out of his parents' basement and went into Grand Haven, Michigan in October 2016 after a divorce. Well, I guess we all know why he's single now. In court papers, he said when he moved out 10 months later, they all delivered his things to his new home in Indiana, but his pornography collection was nowhere to be seen. Unfortunately, this man is unnamed, and his case includes emails between him and his father in which he wrote, "If you have a problem with my belongings, you should have stated that at the time, and I would have gone elsewhere. Instead, you choose to keep quiet and behave vindictively." His father responded, "Believe it or not, one reason for why I destroyed your porn was for your own mental and emotional health." Well, good job, Dad, for looking out for your son. Hats off to you. But $29,000 in porn. That's hilarious. Oh, boy. Well, but a lot of people do it. So, if you're a porno, congratulations. But that is a funny news line. In other funny news lines, wanted man uses do-it-yourself escape route to evade police in Leeds. Police are searching for a wanted man who evaded capture at his home by dropping into an escape route under the floor. The, in quotations, very skinny suspect performed a maneuver while officers waited at the front door. Of course, this is in Yorkshire, West Yorkshire to be exact. Police say that he installed a metal bar to reinforce the entrance, giving himself more time to get away as officers tried to get inside. The do-it-yourself escape route led to a neighbor's house and was discovered after officers were forced to use the hydraulic cutting equipment to get inside. Well, I hope they didn't call the fire department. Well, they only have axes. Bolt hole. That's one way to do it, the Leeds West police team tweeted, along with a picture showing a square-shaped hole cut out of the floorboards. The wanted male, who refused to answer the door, then dropped to his escape route, and right now, wanted male 1, police 0. But the match, well, we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see what happens. Go to these news sites. These are hilarious. We'll do one more here today. Mummified mice found in husband's and wife's tomb in Egypt. Well, I guess these folks really love their mice. Dozens of mummified mice have been found in a newly discovered tomb belonging to a husband and wife in Egypt. Burial chamber was located after authorities came across a group of grave robbers attempting to secretly dig in an area of archaeological importance. Well, I guess mice are pretty important to archaeology now. They found everything else. And there's a dead mummified man right there. Very nice. I wish you could see this. This is really some high quality stuff. The tomb, which dates back to the Ptolemaic or Greek era of Egyptian history, is thought to be about 2,000 years old. Egypt's Ministry of Antiques said it found the remains of several birds and animals, as well as the occupants of high-ranking official called the Tutu and his wife T. Sheri Isis. I'm sorry if I butchered that. I'm not very good with words sometimes. Other animals include a mummified eagle, go America, falcon, very nice, ibex, dogs, and cats. I would mummify an eagle, like a bald eagle, America. The grave consists of 2 underground rooms with various decorations, including a winged sun disk and another disk with the name Horus, Lord of Heaven, written on it. The names of the 2 occupants and their parents are also inscribed on the interior. So very interesting things happen in Egypt, but Egypt is a very interesting place in general. Lots of history and, well, a lot of history over there. Pyramids, kings, pharaohs, you name it, they got it. In some TV different news headlines, the Flintstone house is looking to get knocked down. Thousands signed an online petition to save the Flintstone house at the center of Planning Row. Nearly 20,000 people have signed an online petition in a bid to save a Flintstone home at the center of a Planning Row. The house is an architectural homage to 1960s cartoons The Flintstones and has been a landmark in Hillsborough, California since it was built in 1976. This is a really beautiful place. I urge you to go and check this out. It is really something. They recently added a very colorful garden with different dinosaurs, and this is kind of funny. Mrs. Fang, like Dinosaur Fang or Tooth Fang, that's good, was 83, bought the house last year, and recently added dozens of colorful mushroom ornaments and animal sculptures to the grounds of the bulbous building, which is visible from a nearby motorway. Very, very interesting story. But we're going to move on now to some things in the movie industry. Seeing that it's April 15th, there's some movies that just came out last week about. On April 12th, Hellboy, Missing Link, and Little came out, which are, I've looked at the trailers. and they look pretty good. Hellboy is kind of an anti-hero thing. He's also a demon, but he looks pretty cool as a demon. And then, obviously, it looks kind of like a love story, but there's a lot of fighting, which looks kind of fun. It looks like a very good movie, and it's kind of funny, but unfortunately, it's not all real. There's some CGI. If you don't know what CGI it is computer things. So instead of being there and real, it's all computer based and made on a laptop in some guy's basement. Little is a comedy film that, well, to be honest, it just looks funny. So obviously, in the fashion industry, the boss is described as a mean person, and then some little girl is like, "Hey, why are you so mean?" And then the lady's like, "Because I have money and power." So then the little girl's like, "I'm going to make you into a little kid now." And you gotta watch the trailer, and then go watch the movie. Spend some money, have a weekend with a date. Go with your parents, go without your parents, go with you, yourself, and you. But either way, go see it. It looks pretty good. Or as most people do nowadays, they pirate movies and watch them on their laptop in a dark room, like a closet. Coming out on April 17th in 2 days, we have Breakthrough by 20th Century Fox and Penguins. Now, not penguins of Madagascar, but just, penguins. Cute and cuddly little things by Disney Nature. So we're looking at a documentary. It seems very interesting. And knowing it's Disney, they'll make millions and millions of dollars off of it, even though it's a documentary. But hey, put the word Disney behind anything, and they'll be like, woohoo, money. Excuse me. The spring season is starting to get to my allergies now, so I might cough, laugh, scream. Who knows? I don't. Coming up next on the 19th is The Curse of La Llorona by Warner Brothers and New Line Cinema. Under the Silver Lake by A24, and After by Aviron Pictures. The Curse of La Llorona is a horror and a thriller. Under the Silver Lake, we're looking at a mystery thriller drama. Ooh. Be confused, it says. And After is, well, as all of America loves, a high-quality drama. And on the 26th, which the movie most people are anticipating, of the younger age, and maybe even younger, older, who knows. Stan Lee's going to be in it, Ant-Man's going to be in it, and our friend Thanos is going to be in it. Spoiler alert, Ant-Man may have to climb into Thanos' rear, or up his butthole. That'll be, honestly, it's probably worth the $20 for a movie ticket just to go see that. But Avengers Endgame is coming out April 26th. Go see it in your local movie theater, coming near you. This is high quality movies coming out now. We're going to move on to the weather now. Tonight being April 15th, in the Green Bay area, like I said earlier in the show, we're going to have weather in the Green Bay area. Once we set up our Facebook page, be sure to give us a like or a follow. I'm not very good with Facebook. I have people for that now. See, it pays to have someone do it for you, then you don't have to do it yourself. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Anywho, tonight being April 15th in the Green Bay area, we got showers late, low of 38, high of, well, right now it's dark out. So who knows what the temperature is? Probably 37. Precipitation 60%, and winds from the nice south-southeast at 9 miles an hour. Tuesday the 16th, we're looking at AM clouds and PM sun, high 52, low 38. Precipitation around 20%. Winds east to northeast at 7 miles an hour. Wednesday, expect some rain, high 46, low 45. Precipitation 100%, east 15 miles an hour. Coming from the wind side. If I were you, I'd wear a hat, bring out an umbrella. Maybe even wear one of them funny hats, the umbrella hat. I can guarantee you'll get some looks. They may not be good looks, but you'll get someone who'll go, hey, with like 2 thumbs up, and then they'll take a Snapchat of you and send you across the world. So if you want to be across the world, wear a funny umbrella hat on Wednesday in Green Bay. On Thursday, expect maybe some more rain, an 80% chance. Maybe that'll go down, we'll see. I'm not sure at this point. I ain't no weatherman. High 50, low 39, winds north-northwest at 13 miles an hour. That's kind of cold. Yike. On Friday, we got AM clouds, PM sun, high 53, low 36, 20% chance of rain, winds north at 17 miles an hour. On Saturday and Sunday, your weekend outlook here is looking gorgeous. Gorgeous. You might want to break out the shorts, or fill up the little kiddie pool, or if you live in Florida, well, that's not a good example, but Suamico area, chances are you have a pool, because I hear people in Suamico have pools. Fill her up on Sunday. On Saturday, though, high of 62, low 44, partly cloudy but mostly sunny, 10% chance of precipitation. Winds going west at 11 miles an hour. And on Sunday, the most anticipated day out of all the days, high, get ready for this, 68, low 48. Eee. Precipitation is a 40% chance, and the winds are coming out of the south-southwest at 11 miles an hour. That's going to be a nice, warm, slightly blustery day. Nice weekend to go get some of that spring yard work done, go trim some weeds and some hedges, I don't know. Whatever you have nearby. Pluck some flowers, plant some flowers, get some bulbs. Whatever you do in spring, go do it this weekend. It is supposed to be gorgeous in the Green Bay area. And most likely, being in the Green Bay area, and probably the surrounding counties as well, around that temperature range. It's supposed to be very, very nice this weekend. Well, if you came here for the eBay exchange, that time is now. This one's a good one to start our podcast off with. On the eBay exchange, we have Liquid Ass Spray by Mr. Fart Prank Pooter Stink Bottle Smell Bomb. It is a prank gag. I wish I would have known about this earlier. I would have used this on my roommate, which would be absolutely hilarious. I don't know where I'd use it, but we'd make sure it is. In the last hour here, 3 have been sold. In the past 24 hours, there have been over 24. That's about 1 an hour. Sold for $9.97 in the U.S. 100% buyer satisfaction. I don't see why you would be dissatisfied with Liquid Ass. There have been a total of 15,442 sold. And free shipping and returns. That's important. Got free standard shipping. Now you can see details. It's in New York. So if you're in New York, go get yourself some Liquid Ass. Prank your friends. You can pay with PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover. Or use a PayPal credit. You got a free 30-day return. High quality item over here. Liquid Ass Fart Prank. It smells like butt crack. I want to know how they got that in a can. That is beautiful in all honesty. Wow. Liquid Ass. Alright. That is beautiful. I wish I would have bought some of that for April Fool's Day. Unfortunately, we're a little late. But you can stock up now for next year. Well, as we're starting to bring the show to a close, we end off with our corny joke. This will make you cringe. You probably already know this one. If you're looking for a funny joke to tell your friends, here it is. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Ba-doom-tsh. Oh, that's a good joke. Well, I hope you enjoyed Breaking News with Ian A today. Whether you're listening in the car, in the shower, on your bed, wherever you listen, however you listen, I appreciate you joining us and listening today. This is my first ever podcast. Right now we're looking at doing a podcast about every other week. So hopefully we'll have one up on the 29th of April. So we'll be on Spotify and hopefully some other different medias later on in life. And I'm Andy Weigel. I want to thank you so much so much for listening. I greatly appreciate this. Granted, I don't know if you're actually listening or not, but hey, give us a subscribe on our Spotify channel thingy, however that works, because to be honest, it's beyond me. Like I said, I got people for that. I just sit here and talk to a microphone. But now, as we truly bring this sucker to a close, I want to thank you again for listening. You've been listening to Breaking News with Ian A. We'll see you next time. Actually, better yet, we'll hear you next time. Stay frosty, my friends.